kind of cutting out because I was receiving a call, and there's something about the iPhone, or my model iPhone, anyhow, that if you ever are doing like kind of a live stream for some reason, if somebody starts calling you, it completely mutes you. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about this whole controversy on the trad wife. Honestly, I don't really care if you want to be a trad wife. That's great. You do you. I personally, I never aspired, like when I was a kid, back 80s and 90s. I never like aspired that when I grew up, like, oh, I dreamed about my wedding day. That wasn't like, I didn't, when I had Barbies and I played with them, I guess a lot of young girls, and I don't even think all young girls think this. I think it was just kind of like this stereotypical thing that people thought that. But this is my problem with society in general. Like, I think there's just a lot of stereotypes that are perpetuated, and I'm just kind of a picky person. Like, I have this really picky mindset that I want to meet somebody that's really, really amazing, and somebody that is 120% for me, puts me first, and I have that criteria in my head. So my opinion on that whole trad wife thing, it's not even, I don't really agree with all their conservative views and talking points. I don't like align myself with like a certain political theory or lifestyle per se. I think what's problematic about a lot of those videos and people are getting upset about, but you could also have an Instagram, TikTok influencer, YouTube influencer who does similar things, and she could be a single girly or a single dude, and or anybody, I don't know, whatever the person is. I think the issue is that it's just too curated. Like, people are getting mad at their lifestyle and because they're rich. Well, there's always been rich people. Like, be realistic. Like, I know some people are like in awe of like the Soviet Union or socialism, and they think that was a great idea. That didn't work, by the way. It didn't work. But I think some people get really upset when they see these women because, oh, they have a lot of money and there's no way they could be making that meal with those expensive ingredients and that expensive oven without somebody helping them. Well, yes, that's a given. But it's not just the trad wives who are doing that. Like, you have single people who make aesthetic content that is just out of reach. And it's fine to watch those videos, but I honestly don't watch a lot of them, to be honest with you, because they just don't really appeal to me. I'm not their demographic. Like, some people want to watch curated content, and like I was saying before, I kind of like real content, like things that are a little bit more unedited, but that's just my preference. A lot of people think curated content's aspirational, but I've always been more like, I like to be positive, but I also like things that are more realistic. So if something's a little too heavily edited, a little bit too aesthetic, I like beautiful things, but I like things that are visceral and a little bit more realistic, a little bit more raw. Like, I don't need a highly edited video personally, so I don't think the trad wife is the problem. I think people are just getting upset about these women that want to be stay-at-home mothers and wives and, I don't know, promote some conservative lifestyle. And yeah, they are wrong about some things, because sometimes people marry young and they marry a guy that'll leave them for a younger woman. But you know what? It's that guy's problem, because he didn't have a good heart, and he didn't think himself deep down in his heart to think, well, why am I marrying this woman, and wouldn't I take care of my kids for the rest of my life? Because any guy that does that, anyway, these are my thoughts on that topic. And yeah, so I'm going to tell you about my next plan for the next live stream I'm doing. I have to finish making the apple pie. I filmed all that, but I didn't edit it together. I'm going to put it together, and yeah, it's real exciting. Like, I'm excited about that. So That's my next thought. And then, I don't know. I thought we weren't going to go to Disneyland soon. Maybe soon in a few months. I talked my sister into going to Disneyland in the spring because I want to do some Disneyland content. And yeah, so I don't get why people get obsessed with certain topics or certain demographics. But personally, I don't compartmentalize myself in demographics. Like, I just don't do that with myself. Like, I have thoughts and aspirations. Like, what do I like? I like history. What do I like? I don't know. I love walking. What else do I like? I love all sorts of things, like, that don't have to fit into a certain category. Okay, I know people can be overrated, but not. I'm not really sure what that means. Like, do you mean somebody's overrated? I'm not really sure. But anyway, my whole point is, don't worry about the trad wives, because what are they doing? They're not any different than like the single girlies that are posting their gym workouts or the dudes that are posting their weightlifting aesthetic workouts. They're just a group of people that have highly curated videos and they have a team that helps them. So there's always been people like that. Don't let them get to you. Just do your own thing. That's my thought on the whole trad wife controversy. Thanks for watching.